For some strange reason, a few weeks ago I decided to go to Ikea and check out a few of their products. So I entered the store and, I'm caught in this labyrinth of flow through the store. They're controlling how I move through their store in a physical space by putting walls up and beds and showcases and all those different things to control the flow. Now, on the internet, we call that Userflow. We want to try and map a user's journey through a website to get the ultimate goal, a conversion, an inquiry, a sale, whatever that might be that you want the user to do. Ikea are doing it really, really well. They've nailed that in that environment. We are always trying to nail that online for you. So, how can we do that? First of all, we need to look at some stats around what we're looking at when we are checking out Userflow. And there's a great tool in Google Analytics, believe it or not, that actually maps behavior flow, they call it, but it's a good example of Userflow. It shows where people are entering and then where they're dropping out and where they're going to and looping back through the site. So in a business-to-business site, this is a little map of our site, a little tiny snapshot. And it can be difficult to interpret what is actually going on unless you have very, very defined goals in your site. So I want X to happen on X and therefore do Y. But in our case, for a lot of B2B, it's a non-linear approach. People are moving around the site. So I try to make the most out of Userflow by using calls to action in different pages, in actually most pages, to actually just create that, hey, if you want to do this and you really want to work for us, inquire here now. One example of a B2B site where you should be seeing the contact page to be right up quite high in your interactions. So if they're looking at one or two pages, services, products, whatever that might be, and then finding your contact page in that first or second or third interaction, then that's really cool. So let's have a look in a non-linear environment. In e-commerce, obviously, it's a linear environment. You want them to go to the shopping cart, you want them to go to the product page, add the product to the cart, and purchase. Here's an example of that. Google Analytics conversions, goals, flow, funnel is here to give you an example. Like shopping cart, one-page checkout, order completed, order online. It's a very controllable step, and you'd work with your conversion optimizer to really refine and to stop people falling out of that flow. And another example is, in this case, let's go back to this one, is a bike tour company. They're looking at the tour catalogue, they go to the individual tour description and they fill in an inquiry form. That's a very linear user flow. But where do you start when you're trying to really improve it is to look at analytics and see what pages, how they're entering, where they're going in those first few interactions, and is it what is intended? It may be not. So you need to adjust your site, looking at the stats on a regular basis and making sure that user flow is in alignment with your products and services and your overall objectives of your site. If you'd like to know more, come and chat to us, the team at K&D, and we'll help you on your user flow journey.